Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm finally here live once again. Hang on, I better start the video. That could help. You probably could hear me but not see me. Hello and welcome. I am way late this morning. But I have been up since 5 a.m. this morning. I had an online business conference with Stampin Up. So I've been up chatting with all of my Stampin Up buddies from all around the world, which has been super awesome. And then I was trying to play around with some modern technology this morning and send out an invitation to my Zoom crafting class that I'm doing. And wow, did things go crazy. I sent out an invitation that had all just text in it telling you how to write an email. So I apologize to everybody that is on my email list that would have received that crazy email this morning. When I sent a preview to me, everything was actually on, everything was on, hey Rose, how you going? Everything was on the invitation. And then when I sent it, none of the information was there. So anyway, I went back in and I've been trying to get my head around. Sometimes when you use a new email platform, sometimes it's very hard to work out how to do all those things, but you will see in the information on Facebook, in the information of this video, you will see a link. If you want to join my Zoom craft party, and I think I have, yep, I do. If you want to join my craft party, we are going to get together. It's going to be a couple of hours of super fun crafting with other crafty people, and there's a fee to attend. Now it's open to people that live in Australia, so anyone that doesn't live in Australia, I will actually have another option that you can actually join via Zoom, but there will be a fee. There will be a $20 fee, so $20 Australian if you want to join. And I will actually, if you want to reach out to me and ask me how to join that, by all means, reach out to me. There will be no product as part of that fee. All it will be able to access the group and the craft party that we're going to have. So it's going to be an exclusive party just for the people that register. It won't be streamed live on Facebook or YouTube. It will be just for the people that register, and we will get together and craft. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about, I'm cleaning up here as we go because I haven't cleaned up from yesterday. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how the class is going to work and what we're going to do. So it's designed, excuse me, I know I choked myself then. It's designed around the Memories and More cards that I used yesterday. So for the $60 fee, you will get total product. I am not making a cent. For the $60, it will be all the product that you will get sent needed to do the class. So you will get a pack of the Memories and More cards, and I'm just going to bring, I've got things going everywhere here today. Hang on, and I'll get you down onto my desk so I can get you a bit more of the information. Okay, so it's called a Zoom craft party online. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have an awesome time crafting together. And the way, what am I doing here? Why has it gone black? I don't know what happens. All of a sudden my screen goes black on Restream and I can't see it. I have no idea why, but anyway, as long as you can all see me and hear me. Hi, Carol from Grafton. You need my vanilla. I have my caramel latte. I do. I have my caramel latte ready to go. It's called Salted Caramel Latte. It's beautiful. I feel like I just need to take a breath. Just a breath, but anyway. All right, so we're going to have this Zoom party. I'm going to show you the cards and envelopes that you're going to get. The gorgeous cards and envelopes that and I used some of them yesterday. So you'll get a whole pack of these gorgeous cards, and they're both double-sided. Okay, so we've got the 6 by 4 inch cards, and we also have the 4 by 3 inch cards. Okay, so they're all double-sided. So you're going to get that in your pack. You're also going to get a pack of the cards and envelopes. So they're called the Assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes. So those cards and envelopes, you will see that you get little note cards, and you also get the larger style cards, which are in there. So you'll get full-size cards as well as small cards. So you'll get this side here, this size here, and then these smaller sides. So out of that, you will have 30 cards. 30 cards. I don't think it's actually 30 cards. I think it's 15, or it could be. Could be 15 of the small and 15 of the large. Anyway, 30 cards. It says 30 pieces. So it will probably be 15 of the small and 15 of the large. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You will also get a pack of our beautiful rhinestones. So our, where are they? Oh, I thought I had a pack right here. All right, here you'll get a full pack of our rhinestones. So this is a partial pack, but you'll get a full pack of the rhinestones. You will also get a roll of the beautiful yellow check ribbon, the bumblebee ribbon. So you'll get a roll of that, and you'll also get 2 of the paper pumpkin boxes. Who is the maker of my caramel latte? Well, you can thank Fran Bull for putting us onto this. It's the Jarrah brand. So you get 2 of those, and we're going to make 30 cards and envelopes, and we're going to pop them all into we're going to decorate some boxes and pop them all into the boxes. So it's going to be a super, super fun craft party. So it doesn't matter where you live in Australia, you can join me. So it doesn't matter if you live on the other side of Australia, you can join this party. So it's going to cost $60. The registrations are open until the 8th of September. So you have to get in and pay your money by the 8th of September. What I will do is I will order all of your product and I will get it sent directly to you. The only thing that will be coming from me is a PDF and the paper pumpkin boxes. I will be posting those out beforehand. So if you want to be a part of it, please, by all means, make sure you click on that link, and it'll be in the show more box down below on Facebook, on YouTube, and it will be in the information box, in information of the description. You will see the link. If you click on that link, it will take you straight to the event and you can register there. Now, if you are away from overseas, like if you are from overseas, as I said, I will do the option that you can join for $20 Australian. You can join the craft party, and I will be able to send you a PayPal link to be able to do that. So please contact me. You can contact me via email. So if you're interested in joining, if you're from outside of Australia, that is not offered for anyone that lives in Australia. For the people that live in Australia, it is the class only. So it's the $60 fee. And you need to understand that it is my business, and that's actually me holding the class. So you more or less get me for free. You get $60 worth of product and you get me for free for 2 hours. So, and some crafting fun. And you know what? Just getting together in this time at the moment, it's really nice to be able to get together with our crafty friends. All right. So now put all that aside, I've decided to play with the delicate dahlias this morning. So I don't really have anything planned. So if there's something that you want to see me do with these delicate dahlias, please type it into the comments, because all I've done is got the stamp set out this morning and thought, you know what? And I've got some white embossing powder because I thought I might emboss with white and maybe do a bit of coloring, but we will just see how it goes. So what I want you to do is type into the comments what color you would like to see me do with the dahlias. So we may do some stamping with the dahlias. We may do some blending and some embossing with the lined image of the dahlias, but let me know what is your favorite color. Hey Angie, how you going? So I can see I've got quite a few of you on there at the moment. So thank you very much. And I've just had a text message saying that my email is way better. So the invitation that I've now sent out, I am so sorry. It's like I'm spamming you with my email, but the email that I've now sent out actually has all of the content and everything that you need to know about the class. And so if you're on my email list, you would have got that email this morning. So if you're interested in getting together and spending and hanging out, and I mean, Zoom calls are awesome because you actually get to meet each other and you actually get to speak to each other in real time. So instead of you having to comment, you can actually speak to me in real time. So, okay, so Anna Louise Barry says pink. Karen Alford says Highland heather. So we might get polished pink out and we might get Highland heather. Karen, is that your favorite color? Highland heather. And I had this the other day because you asked for this the other day and I didn't use it. So I've got a brand new ink pad. So I'm going to show you. Oh, Carol, you're a woman after my own heart. Blackberry Bliss. It's my favorite color as well. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you what you do when you've got a brand new ink pad. On the back, we have these awesome stickers. So what I do whenever I open an ink pad, I take off the sticker that has the name of the stamp set and I pop that along the front edge. So the edge that I'm actually going to open up my ink pad, I pop that one along the front edge. And that tells me when I put it into my storage unit that is Highland heather. Then there's another one. If you look carefully, right down the very bottom, there's some other languages and things, and you could use the other languages if you want to. But there's one right down the very bottom, and that one is just plain. It's just the plain color. God, I'm getting text messages galore. It's just the plain color down the bottom. Okay, and what I do is I open up my ink pad, and this little bit that is here, this little groove that you normally put your finger in to close your ink pad, to pull your ink pad close, I actually lay this one, and it's always a little bit tricky. You just got to get it straight and lay it down in there, and I actually lay that one down in there, so just like that. And that way, when it's open, it actually shows you the color of your ink pad. So it's quite handy to be able to do that. Hey, Glenda, how are you? You're not at bingo this morning? This is becoming a regular occurrence. And I mean, I am a little bit late this morning, and I'm just going to do a quick one this morning because I do actually have to still get those Stamps Club kits. I'm nearly finished. They're so close. I've just got to get to packing and putting them away and a bit of cutting. It is a good idea, Janice, to put the label there. Yep, exactly. All right, so let's get some cardstock out that's going to match those. So we need some polished pink. We need some Highland heather, which is there. And I think we might do a basic white card base. And I think we might do, can you see what I've done here? I've cut some layers for my cards, and I've popped them into these cute little bamboo holders, but I've now got these cut perfectly for the inserts of my cards. And then if I want to do something for the front and cut it down a little bit, then I can still use them and cut them down. So I'm just going to grab 4 of those. My fingers aren't working this morning. 4 of those. There we go. All right. So I think I'm good to go. I don't actually think I've got any polished pink ribbon left. Isn't that a shame? I've got it on order, but I don't think I've got any polished pink ribbon left. But anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, is there a die set for the delicate dahlias? No, there is not. I'm we do have a die set for the sunflowers, but I don't think it's quite. We should see if that fits, shouldn't we? I don't think it would fit. You may be able to cut it out. Let's have a look. Do you want to see that? Karen, what are we saying? I agree. I've always put it on the opposite side of the first label. Donna put it on, but this is so much better. I missed what that was about. Tell me what the name of the sunflower set is called. There it is, Celebrate Sunflowers. Let's have a look. I was just wondering whether the die might, out of our sunflowers set. Let's have a look. I think it's going to be too big. I think it's going to be way too big. Yep, way too big. Oh, we could actually, you could cut it out, you know, and have a bit of a border around it, maybe. No, ribbon, Sue, I know. Hush my mouth. That's just so bad, isn't it? Anyway, that was worth a try, wasn't it? I mean, like you can see there, the stamps, like, yeah, the die is just too big. But you could sort of, it could cut out and be like a nice white area around the outside, but it was worth a try. I know that someone's probably been thinking that. So there you go. I've put you out of your misery and you don't have to worry about thinking about it anymore. All right. So I'm just going to cut these white layers both down to, I'm going to cut some layers out of the polished pink and cut my white layers down. If I can find my trimmer. Oh, it's behind me here. All right. So I'm just going to cut 1/8 of an inch off these layers. And the beauty of our paper trimmer, I don't know whether you know this, but you can cut 2 at a time. All right. So that one's at 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut it there at 3 5/8, and I'm also going to cut it at 5 3/8, and that's going to give me some for the top. I'm going to pop those aside because they're going to be for my bottom layer. I'm going to cut some layers here out of our cardstock, so I'm going to cut those at let's get this straight. Okay, and it's still not straight there. All right, so we're going to do that at 3 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. All right, so now we've got some layers to layer up on our cards. So we're just going to get that really nice small splash of color in behind there. Okay, so I'm going to take those 2 white pieces because we're going to do, I'm going to do 2 different cards here. I'm going to do one where I'm just going to emboss with our white embossing, and I'm just going to do 1 flower in the middle. And then I think I'm going to do one where I'm going to do some flowers around the edge. So that's my thought process. Sometimes I have a thought process. I know you probably think I don't, but it's different shaped petals. Yeah, I know. That's what I think too, Joanna. But I mean, it was worth a try. It was worth seeing whether it looked similar. All right. So I'm just going to take a scrap piece of paper here. I'm going to grab my embossing buddy. Now, I do know that I've had many people asking me about the embossing buddy. No, we don't keep them anymore. I'm going to emboss both. We don't keep them anymore, but you could use just talcum powder, dusting powder, like, you know, those, I actually thought about it the other day, you know, those like the big, the nice, beautiful, smelly powder that you can get. Like, I know older ladies, sorry, I shouldn't say that, but like people like my grandmother and stuff used to use them, and they were like a round container and they had like a big puffy, and they used to have powder and they would be able to fluff it on them. That type of thing would be great for the issue with the embossing. All right, so let's grab that large stamp out. I'm going to pop that one away. I'm just going to do one card at a time. Don't want to overcommit myself here. Like, we don't want to get totally confused what we're doing. Now, this is a brand new stamp set, so I haven't actually used this yet. Actually, no, I did use it. I thought I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did use it the other day. Okay. See, I've been doing so much crafting, I can't even remember what I've done. I'm going to use the big block because it is a fairly big stamp. Now, because it is a large stamp, I'm actually going to turn the stamp over like that and use my Versamark and ink it up down that way. And the reason for that is the block is too large and it gets really quite cumbersome trying to like ink up the other way, and you can't really see what you're doing. But if you turn your stamp over that way and ink up, it's actually quite easy. All right, so I'm just going to stamp right smack bang in the middle here. Now, I did see a really good friend of mine. She did a gorgeous one of these cards, and it was so simple, but the flower itself is the main attraction. So you really want to showcase this gorgeous, huge flower. So I'm just going to emboss with my white embossing powder. And yes, it's a brand new one because for the life of me, I couldn't find my white. I have no idea why I can't find my white, but okay, so let's sprinkle that over. And it's probably going to be really hard for you to see on the video where that white is sticking. Now, if you haven't heat embossed before, this is honestly the pinnacle of card making. Who agrees? Who agrees that heat embossing is one of the best, most awesome things that you can do when it comes to your card making? Okay, so we've got that done. So for those of you that haven't used heat embossing before, what you need is the Versamark Ink Pad. So the Versamark is a clear ink, and it's got a sticky consistency. So because it's got the sticky consistency, it actually allows our embossing powder. You may be able to slightly, if I turn it that way, you can probably see the embossing powder on that. It sticks, it allows your embossing powder to stick to it. Now, bear with me, I do have to plug in my heat tool because I didn't do that ahead of time because I didn't really even know what I was doing today. But I couldn't miss my time with my crafting heaps, so, whoops. All right, so we're just going to use our heat tool. So our heat tool has two different heat settings on it. We have a low heat and a high heat. Karen's saying that she loves watching it change with the heat. You probably won't be able to see here. We might actually do the other one in a different color. Instead of white, we may do it in a different color so you can see it a little bit better. The white, you're not going to see so much, but you will, I mean, I can see it. It turns bubbly and then it turns smooth. It's a bit hard to see with white on white, but we might use a different color for the next card so you can see it. But it is definitely the wow factor of crafting. Honestly, it is probably one of my most favorite things, and especially at Christmas time. Who agrees that at Christmas time it's awesome to use your silver and your gold and those sentiments on cards to be able to do them? It makes it look like, you know, like on wedding invitations, that really nice foily type of look. I absolutely love it. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to do this one in, I'm thinking the Highland Heather. So I'll grab a blending brush. So these are our gorgeous blending brushes. I'm just going to grab that paper that I had here and just sponge off. You can wash these brushes out. I'm a bit of a terror. I don't wash them out very often, But all I do is I just grab a sheet of paper and I just, whatever the excess is, I just get the excess out and I'm good to go. All right, so I'm just going to grab the Highland Heather and I'm going to ink up the Highland Heather in my blending brush and I'm just going to take off the excess and then I'm just going to, in the middle of my flower, just going to give it just a hint of colour. Can you see how that just brings out that gorgeous dahlia? It's absolutely stunning. It makes it look professional. Glenda, I agree. It makes it look professional using the gold and the silver. I so agree. All right, so I'm just going to now go out a little bit further so that we can see the outside of that flower. And then you can actually, if you want to, you can actually take a paper towel or a baby wipe and wipe off the excess. I mean, there's not a lot of excess on there, but the white embossing repels the ink. Because they're actually water-based inks, the white embossing will repel the ink so that the ink won't actually colour the white embossing. So it's super fun to be able to create a gorgeous card like that. So now I think what I want to do is I'll layer that up onto my Highland Heather base. And I'm just going to use my liquid Tombow. The blending brushes, I did see they said that they may be back on the 6th of September, but I wouldn't hold my breath. They've been not orderable for a fair while. So I'm not actually, I mean, I did see on the website this morning saying the 6th of September, coming the week of the 6th of September, but I'm not real sure. Angie says she cleans her blending brushes on her chamois. Well, there you go. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down like that. Now, because we've got the white embossing out, I'm actually going to stamp You Inspire Me. And I got inspired by this card by a friend of mine, Michaela, who is the Crafty Oink Pen. She did this gorgeous card and I seen it and I thought, you know what? It was so simple yet so stunning that I was like, I want to recreate one of those. Hers was actually in, I think probably Daffodil Delight, I think. So I'm just going to take I've got a strip of black paper. Now the black cardstock is just a strip that is off the offcut from cutting off my layers. All right, so I'm just going to do that and then I'm going to grab my embossing buddy again and rub that over. I'm going to grab my Versamark ink and I'm going to grab that sentiment out, You Inspire Me. Is that it? Yep, You Inspire Me. Okay. Block. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up with my Versamark ink again and stamp that down. You Inspire Me. Now this will show you, you will see this appear really well. So we're just going to, that's shaking on our white powder, tapping off the excess, making sure we've got all of the bits off that we don't need. We'll pop the excess back into our container again. And I just spilt it. Did everyone see that? I just spilt it, but that's okay. I'll just push it onto my paper again and try again. This time, put it over the container. I always end up with embossing everywhere. Now the lid's on the ground twice. Oh, and now my phone's ringing. Hopefully that will stop them. All right, so I'm just going to heat emboss that again. Polish pink powder would be pretty. We actually had our in colors. We actually had lovely lipstick. And you know what? I actually think I've still got some. Janice, I actually think I've still got some. So there you have a cute sentiment, and it really stands out. I don't know about anyone else. I mean, we have a Whisper White ink pad, and the Whisper White ink, oh, I just pinched my finger. The Whisper White ink pad is really, really awesome, but it doesn't give you that brilliant white like white embossing does. So my suggestion is anytime that you're actually going to, use white on black, my suggestion would be to emboss. All right, so I'm actually going to cut these words up. Okay. And did I not heat that well enough? I'm too busy chatting away. I don't think I did. Look, I just brushed it. Let's try again. It's very hard to see when you're not over the top. But that just goes to show that if you haven't heated it properly, you can go back in and heat it again. Or it might have just been excess off. It might have just been excess off my desk. It felt powdery, but anyway, we will hit it again with some heat. All right, so then I'm actually going to cut them a little bit smaller again. I do actually have okay, so we have the word me. We have the word inspire. And you. Okay, you inspire me. How awesome is that? All right, so I'm actually going to grab some of our linen thread, which I know I have a new one in my drawer here. I probably have to get out. I thought I had one here on my desk. I do. I have one right here, right beside me. Crazy as it seems. Okay, so I'm actually going to, with my Seal Plus, I'm going to pop a bit of Seal Plus there. I could actually do Highland Heather ribbon because I do have, yes, I do have Highland Heather ribbon, but anyway, we're just going to use our basic linen thread because we can. Okay. And did everyone see that linen thread just roll off my desk? Totally rolled off my desk. All right. So we have our card base. I'm going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. And look, I think I'm going to finish off one of my dimensional sheets. That will be exciting. Who else gets excited about finishing off a dimensional sheet? I do have Highland Heather ribbon. I'll show you the one that I've got. Well, I think it's Highland Heather. It could be Gorgeous Grape. No, it's Highland Heather. So we have this gorgeous ribbon, and it's still current in our annual catalogue. So we have that gorgeous ribbon. We also have the beautiful. We could use the fresh freesia if we wanted to. And I'm just wondering if this one, I don't know whether that one is, I think it might be still current. We've got like the, this is Gorgeous Grape, I'm sure. Yeah, this one's Gorgeous Grape. I think that's still current. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, we're going to use just the linen thread. So I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning. I've been catching up with my crafty peeps from all around the world, which has been fantastic. I've seen some of my friends that I met on my incentive trip this morning, and we were in breakout sessions together, which was really, really good. So it was so great to be able to talk to my international friends again, and I met some people from Australia as well. Angie, how did you go this morning on the business call? Did you meet some awesome people? All right. Oh, actually, did you register for it, Angie? I know Julianne did. So it's a thing called Backstage. And what it is, it's for people in our company that are Silver Elite and above. And so they give us lots and lots of business tips and things, but we also get to network with people all around the world, which is super fantastic. All right, so I'm going to do that. At 5 a.m, you hadn't slept from yesterday? Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be worse. We're going to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So that's going to be a bit of a, well, we've got to be ready to go at 4 a.m. So we'll have to be up at 3 a.m. You best go to bed this afternoon and get some shut-eye, Angie, so you can go again tomorrow. Gorgeous Grape would have looked beautiful on this card. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a gorgeous double bow in our linen thread. I'm going to pop that off to the side. That looks quite good there. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a glue dot for that. Pop that in a glue dot. Okay, so you inspire me. I'm going to grab, if I can find my mini dimensionals, which, believe it or not, I can't believe it, are not sitting there. Wow, that will be a first. Actually, I'm going to do it with, I've got some black dimensionals. We've got some combo ones. We've got some mini ones in it, so I'll grab those. So these are awesome for if you're using black cardstock. Because I'm using black sentiments there, they will work really well. So it stops it from being seen so much behind your card. Let's grab one for the back of there. Actually, I could probably put two on there. And the minis are fantastic for when you've got like really small sentiments like this or really small die cuts. You inspire me. Well, that's no good, Angie. All right, so I'm just going to pop that there. I'm going to pop this one just up there. And I'm going to pop this little one just down there. How cute is that? Now, doesn't that sentiment just pop when you see that? I'm going to grab my Highland Heather Stampin' Up marker. I'm going to mist a few little specks to take that white stark look off. All right. And I could use the gorgeous pastel pearls. We could add some of those. Look at that. Okay, so which pastel pearls? Do we want to use the gorgeous grape ones? Okay, which ones? The lighter ones or the darker ones? Let's have a vote. The gorgeous grape ones or the Highland heather ones? Which ones do you think? That or that? I'm tending to think the light ones more. What do you think? The left or the right? Type in left or right, which one you want to choose. The darker, says Jenny. Highland Heather says, we've got gorgeous grape from Janice, Highland Heather, light, light, light. Okay, there's quite a few for the light. I think I'm going to go for the light because I still want that sentiment to really overpower the rest. And I have a hard time with these, but anyway, we will pop one just there. And I'm thinking another one right near it. See how I have a hard time with these? There. And then I think I'm just going to pop one. It gets stuck on my desk and then there we go. Oh, stuck on my desk and I can't get it off there. And I'm going to prop one just there. How cute is that? Simple yet stunning. What do you think? All right, so let's move on to the next one. And I think I'll just pop those pearls all back in again. I think what I will do is the next one, I think I'm going to do some silver heat embossing, and I'm just going to do it a little bit different to what I've done that one. Okay. All right, so let's bring in our next card base. So our next card base, we're going to do the basic white again. So we'll fold that one in half. And use my bone folder to crease it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to have like the gorgeous polished pink this time in behind. But I'm going to use a different color combination here. I think I'm going to ink up with my silver. So I'm still going to do the same thing as far as my embossing. I'm going to use my Versamark ink. All right. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy all over. Turned out great, Marion. So remember, everybody, you need to tell me where you're watching from for your name to go in the draw. If you live in Australia, for your name to go in the draw for my giveaways, I'll be giving away a few more things, maybe on the weekend. I might feel happy to give away some more things on the weekend. So make sure you type in the state where you're watching from or your local town where you're watching from so that it allows me to know who's from Australia and who's not, so I can pick some lovely winners. All right, so this time, instead of the white, I'm actually going to use silver. So we're going to see how different it looks with the silver. Okay. So I feel like with this one, I actually want to maybe just do how do I want to do it? This way. I was a bit indecisive then, wasn't I? I was like, how do I want to do it? How do I want to do it? So I'm going to ink up with my Versamark. So once again, taking the Versamark to the stamp with the stamp sitting on its back. I'm then going to look over there. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I've got it. Okay, there. And then I think I've still got a little tiny bit that I need to do just down there. Now, we're not going to see this until we put our silver on here. But I think it's going to do what I want it to do. Sometimes it's like being blind with that Versamark. It's so hard to see. Okay, look at these up here. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, need some more just down on there. Yep, that looks good. All right, so we have that. Get that out of the way. Make sure we put our lid on our Versamark because you don't want to blow any Versamark powder, any heat and emboss powder into your Versamark ink pad. Although Versamark ink pads, no matter how hard you try, they always get dirty. You'll be casing this card for sure, Sue. Not hard, very easy. So, so now let's watch the silver appear. Look at that silver happening. So can you see that magic? Honestly, it's magical every single time. I never, ever tire from watching that change. Silver on black, watching silver on black as well is awesome. I always heat from underneath. It's just something that I do. It's personal preference. I like the card to curl downwards, not upwards. So that's why I heat from underneath. Make sure you heat your heat gun up like before you start, which saves a little bit of the warping of the cardstock when you heat it up beforehand. I'm going to take that paper, but I'm going to fold. Oh, no, I can't do that. I need some scrap paper. There. Grab one of these. So once again, if you're just joining, I am holding a Zoom craft party on the Sunday the 26th, and it's Sunday night, the 26th of September. And it's going to be an awesome, fun time. It's open to anybody that lives in Australia. It doesn't matter where you live in Australia, and it doesn't matter if you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can always join in. The fee is $60 to attend. And it will be a super, super fun couple of hours crafting with some awesome crafty people. So I'm going to take my polished pink this time, and I'm going to take off the excess, and then I'm going to concentrate right in the middle of those flowers first, and then move out to the outside. I actually don't want to have a huge amount of ink on this. I think a tiny little bit is going to look good. So I'm just going to really concentrate in the center of those flowers. So just a hint of color. Look how beautiful that looks. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely stunning. When we pop it onto there, beautiful. All right. So I'm going to close up my ink pad so I don't get that all over me. So that was using our silver embossing with our Versamark and then our polished pink ink. Now, because I've heat embossed, I'm actually going to use my Seal Plus. This is what I normally do. When my cardstock has warped a little bit, to make sure that it's going to sit really nice and flat on the front of my card. And I didn't do it with the other card, and I noticed when I went to glue it down, it didn't glue down really nice. So what I do is I use my Seal Plus. Now, these are fantastic. These are refillable. So once you buy the actual Seal Plus itself, then you just buy the refill. So you keep the outside part of it and you just buy the refills to go back inside. So, and I can tell you, my Seal Plus is my go-to glue. I absolutely love it. It's a very firm hold, so you have to be really, really sure you're putting your layer down. So what I do is I hover above with my fingers underneath it, holding it up, and I make sure I line up the top and the two sides of where it's going to be, and then I put it down. And you get one go at it. So when you've got those fine borders, it is really hard to line up, but if you line up your top and both sides, you will find that it will be a lot easier to control. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm still going to have to, because I don't have any polished pink ribbon because I've ran out of it. So I'm still going to have to use just my linen thread. And For the life of me, I don't know where I put that linen thread after doing the bow, but anyway, I'll find it later. All right. So I think for this one, I'm actually going to do the bow coming from the side. Because if Sue's still on here, I have to have a bow, don't I, Sue? Me without ribbons and bows, it's just not going to happen. It has to have ribbon and bow. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that and that and maybe another one just there like that. Oh, here it is. Look, it hasn't got much on there. I'll do my double bow out of it. I'll pop that one back into where it should be so I know where it's going to be the next time I find it or next time I go to look for it. And then I'll be saying, where did I put that? Oh, I put it away. That's amazing. Still here checking. I didn't find the ribbon. Nope, didn't find the ribbon. No, I know that I don't have any because I actually used the last of it on a card that I did the other day. Finished my dimensional sheet. How satisfying is that? So I'm just going to pop this up on to dimensionals just to add that wow factor to the card. I always find adding dimension to your card just takes your crafting to that whole next level. The linen thread is delicate. I actually, honestly, it is my go-to staple in my craft room. I use my linen thread on lots of things. When I can't work out what type of ribbon to use, if I don't have a ribbon that matches or whatever, the linen thread comes out. So it is definitely, I have rolls and rolls of linen thread in my drawers because it is my go-to. All right, so let's pop that one on the front. I didn't do an insert for the other card, so I need to do that too. Okay, so we've got that. This is looking really, really nice. Let's do a double bow, but I don't actually know where I'm going to put the double bow just yet. I feel like I've got to get the sentiment out and work out what I'm going to do with the sentiment first. I feel like I need to take this up a little, take it up a notch, this crafting. I mean, the other one was quite like simple and elegant, but I'm feeling like this is a whole new level. All right, so let's tie a bow. So I run my fingers along my linen thread to make sure I get the crinkles out of it, and it smooths out your linen thread a little bit easier, and it makes it a lot easier to tie into a bow. Just looking how dry my hands are, like using this hand sanitizer so much, it just, even though I'm not leaving the house, I'm still sanitizing. If I get a parcel in the post, I sanitize my hands, I sanitize the parcel, like, so yeah, I'm still sanitizing quite a bit, even though I'm in lockdown. Every time I touch anything, every time I open the door, every time I go outside, I'm back in with the hand sanitizer again. All right, so I've got that happening there. So I want something a little bit more for the front of this card. So do I want to do some of these little flowers? Do we think some of these little flowers maybe? Let's grab a bit of white. I'll take another one of those. Oh no, I've got a bit here. A bit here that's spare. Let's just use it. Let's see how many things we can get on this. A spare bit of basic white. So let's grab out that cute little flower. And the leaves. Okay. Need to have more of my caramel latte. It's getting cold. Oh, so nice. So nice. All right. So that and that. Because I'm sure you haven't had enough of me yet, have you? A can of Glen 20. I know I have Glen 20 as well. I spray everything with Glen 20. Totally spray everything with Glen 20, no matter what. Okay, so let's do a couple of these flowers. So we've got one there, one there, and one there. And I've got enough room to get a set of leaves, I think, there. Oh, now it's my phone going. Sorry about that, people. Popular girl this morning, aren't I? Okay, I wonder, can I fit another set of leaves in there? I'm going to emboss those first so that I can see where I'm going, because I feel like I'm going to end up embossing. I'm going to end up stamping over something, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so that. Okay. I feel like I can stamp one more. Just going to move that off to the side. I feel like I should be able to stamp another set of leaves in here. Whoops. Am I going to be able to do it? Can I do it? Can she do it? Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, I don't want to wreck it. Maybe I can. Let's try that. That was pretty scary. Oh dear. I could just go and get another piece of paper, another piece of cardstock, but anyway. Oh. I'm getting very messy with this embossing powder, but anyway, there we go. Okay, let's heat emboss those. Let's put this powder away. Has anyone else been getting a whole heap of crank calls, like saying that the legal department are after me, that there's a case getting lodged against you? Has anyone been having that? I had the other day, I honestly had, I reckon, 10 phone calls. 10 phone calls. It was driving me insane. And it was on my mobile phone. It wasn't on my home phone. It was on my mobile phone. All right, so we have that. So now what I'm actually going to do is, with my scrap bit of paper that I had, I'm going to grab my blending brush, and just what's left in my blending brush, I'm just going to add a little bit of color just to those. And even my leaves, little bit of color, just a tiny little bit of color. Look at that. You've been getting some weird ones too, Glenda. I know, it drives me insane. It takes me away from what I'm doing, and I leave to go and answer the phone, and then it's one of those rubbish phone calls. I feel like that's what that one was there. Lord knows. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to fussy cut these out. Yep, you heard me. I'm going to fussy cut them out. And I mean, like, that flower and that leaf is so close together. But I'm going to try just going in the middle of them. We can salvage it. I'm sure we can. Okay. Did you notice I went quiet because I'm fussy cutting? Who else is like that? Goes really quiet when you're fussy cutting. There's one leaf. This is going to be pretty. I'm loving this polished pink. It looks so different. When you see the polished pink, it looks so different in the ink pad until you stamp it. It is such a beautiful, lovely light pink. I absolutely love it. This is so my colors. We have a flower. And I know that you asked, was there dies to go with this? But, you know, I mean, they're fairly simple images to be able to cut out. They don't take a lot of time to cut them out. So it can be therapeutic. I know some people stress when it comes to fussy cutting, but it can be really therapeutic. You just need to relax and go with the flow. So there's a second flower. We'll have a third flower. Glenda, you're a purple person, so you like the first card then, Glenda? I used to have with my girls, one used to have purple things and one used to have pink things. And believe it or not, the one that didn't like pink when she was young, she was a nightmare. She was like, don't buy me pink just because I'm a girl. Everyone buys me pink. So we used to buy her purple everything. And then as they've got older, they've actually changed, like both the girls, like they've swapped. The one that used to love the purple things now loves pink. And she even says to me, that's my eldest one, Jade, she even says to me, who would have thought that I would have ended up liking pink as an older person? I went, I know. She absolutely hated it. And because with most young girls, like when you've got little girls, everyone wants to buy them pink things. And she was a real tomboy. So she didn't actually like the pink things. So there we have some gorgeous flowers cut out. We've got some leaves. You saw a card on Pinterest, Anna Louise, that said that they cut out the large dahlia with a circle die. Looked really good. That sounds good. All right, so we haven't worked out where we're going to put the ribbon yet, but I feel like I just want to pop an arrangement of these flowers around here. We need a sentiment. What sentiment are we going to, what are we going to put on here? Thank you kindly. Oh, so happy for you. Thank you kindly, or sending heartfelt sympathy. What do you think? I feel like I want to go thank you kindly. What do you think? Your youngest daughter always wanted blue, not pink or purple. Yep. Margaret, I know. And they just assume that because you've got a girl that they're going to like pink. But so what sentiment? Thank you kindly, or oh so happy for you? Glenda says, thank you kindly. Okay, we'll do. Thank you kindly. That one over there. Okay. Now, I'm feeling like I definitely want to do heat embossing for this. So I'm going to grab a strip of my white cardstock now. Now, this is another thing that I do. This is offcuts. and I keep them in a container. So I'm giving you storage ideas today and things to make your crafting easier. I keep them in a container like this. So these are all the offcuts from my cutting my layers. And by keeping them in a container like this, they're right on hand. I've got thin ones here. So I've got really thin ones. And these are always the same size because I always cut my layers at the same size. So I always get them. So I keep the white and the black in a container like that. And it sits on my desk. So anytime I need to stamp a sentiment, it's there. All right, we'll bring in that again. We will, or do I do it in black? Okay. Do we do it in black or do we do it in silver? We will do one of each and we'll see which way we want to go. You can make the decision. So I'll do black as well. All right, my Versamark ink. Thank you kindly. There. And we'll do another one. There. Okay. Bring in our silver embossing again. Where'd I put it? There. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Thank you for joining. So thank you kindly on white and thank you kindly on our black. So now you're going to see the silver on the black. I love seeing that. I have a piece of hair in my embossing. Where is it? There. I have a piece of hair in there. Is it still in there? Yep. How weird is that? And I think it's still in there. Anyway, you don't want to see me plucking a hair out of my embossing powder. But those of you that know me, I'm a hairdresser, so hair and things is nothing to be unusual. I often sometimes think with my stamps club, I wonder did they get hair in their kits? Because when you're a hairdresser, hair just floats around. So everybody watch this. Watch the silver turn. It is wonderful watching silver on black. There it goes. Look at that. How awesome is that? How could you ever tire from watching that happen? Thank you kindly. And now we'll do silver on white. Oh, everyone's saying black. Well, we'll see what they look like. I think you might be right. I feel like the white is going to get lost, isn't it? And do we want to cut them apart or do we want to keep them all in one go? Do we want to cut them apart like I did on the other card? Or do we want to keep it just like that? I feel like I want to cut them apart. Just a quick question. Can you see my comments? I can't see other ladies' comments. Yes, Vicky, I can see your comments. You're probably not seeing other ladies. I'm seeing comments from YouTube as well as Facebook here, Vicky. So that's probably why. So depending on where you're watching, because I've got people that are watching on all different platforms. I've got people that are watching on Facebook. I've got people that are watching on YouTube, and I've got people watching on a couple of different places on Facebook as well. I think I'm going to cut them apart because I think I like the way the other one was cut apart. Thank you kindly. And I want to cut that bit off there. But I can see your comment, Vicky. And I know it gets confusing because I'm watching people in different areas. All right, so I think the consensus was we're going to go with black. Okay, thank you kindly. All right, so let's arrange this. That kindly is cut so crooked. Let's straighten that up a little bit. There, that looks better. Okay. Thank you kindly. Or is it the bottom of it? I actually think it's the bottom that's making it look crooked. Let's go along there a bit more. Yeah, that looks better. I was like looking at it going, oh my God, it looks like crooked. All right, so let's get out those black dimensionals again. And my take your pick tool. And fold them over. So we'll pop them with some dimensionals on them and we'll sit them where we think they might want to go. All good, Vicky. There. And there. And maybe another one in the middle. Okay. So let's see where we can arrange this. I feel, actually, do you know what? I feel like I want to pop the flowers down on this side. What do you think? I'm feeling like I could pop the flowers down on that side. Thank you kindly. Could go just like that. And then my bow could go over here, or my bow could go down in under there. What do you think? Shift them up a little bit and pop my bow in underneath there. I'll work out where I'm going to put them. I'm gonna put my flowers around so I can see where they're going to go and go from there. So I feel like I want this one to sit there. And this one to sit there. And that one. That's going to give me room to pop my bow in under here. That one there, I feel like there. Popping my leaf. No, I don't quite want that one there. Oh, and my dimensional stuck where I didn't want it to stick. Let's remove that. Okay, stick it back on the back there. I need it in a bit further so I can fit my leaf in there. So I need that in there. Okay, so I'll pop some glue on the back of my leaf. Okay, so I want to pop that leaf down in there, and I want to pop this leaf coming in from under there. Do I want to pop my bow over this side or that side? I feel like I'd like it down there. What do you think? So I'll pop my, you love today's cards, Sue. I'm glad. I'm so glad that I've entertained you and you love the cards. I really should be doing some other work, but I'm on here crafting with you girls once again. Okay. All right, so I'm feeling like I think I want to do my bow in under there. And then I'm feeling like I want these. Look at this. What do you think? Oh no, it has to be around the other way. Thank you kindly. You think work will still be there? I know, Sue, but I've got to get things out. Okay, so I'm going to take the backing off that. I feel like I want to just pop it in there like that. I don't know, I'm struggling with where I'm going to put this bow. I like the word kindly on the flowers. I like that. Down there. I keep going back to there, don't I? I keep going over here and I'm like, yeah, I think I still want it there. Maybe littler. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it needs to be smaller. Maybe no bow. Oh, could I do that, Sue? Probably not. I do like it there. I think it just adds that little bit in the corner. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to make an executive decision and I'm going to put it there. Karen's telling me the way I had the bow under the, oh, and I left the glue dot there behind. Right there. Glue dot stuck to my finger and all. Right there. Look at that. Yeah. Trim off the long tails. Okay. So do we need some pearls on this one? Do you think we need pearls? Or do you think it doesn't need pearls? We could use these gorgeous soft pink ones. Or do you think no pearls? I actually think no pearls looks good. I'm thinking I would like to mist it though. I would like to spritz it with my polished pink. All right, so I'm going to spritz with my polished pink. Just a little spritzing. But it just adds to the card, don't you think, the spritzing? I don't think I want to use pearls. Everyone's saying no pearls. Karen's saying pearls. I don't think I want to use pearls. I think I want to just leave it like that. What do you think? So this set, honestly, is gorgeous. Like, look at these two beautiful, stunning cards. And quite simple, a little bit of embossing and a little hint of color. And I think the thing is with this gorgeous Dahlia set is to just have a little hint of color, make them elegant, and just have that beautiful little hint of color. So that was awesome being able to craft with you this morning. And I mean, like, my eyes should be hanging out of my head because I've been up so early. Tomorrow morning, I will not be going live tomorrow morning. I may go live tomorrow afternoon, but I will be up at 3 a.m. in the morning and I will be busy right through until lunchtime. Depending on how I feel, I may jump on tomorrow afternoon, and the same thing is going to happen on Sunday as well. So our normal regular crafting I won't be able to do in the morning, but I will be able to do it probably in the afternoon. So hopefully I'll be able to jump on in the afternoon and spend a bit of crafty time with you. So just want to remind you that now is a great time to buy. It's celebration time. For every $90 that you spend, you can earn a free item. The Delicate Dahlias is a free item when you spend $180 through my online store. You will find the link to my online store up in the description of this video on Facebook, and you will find it in the Show More box down below on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please urge you to subscribe to my channel, because then you get notified every time I go live. And I've been going live every day. So I've been entertaining people, and you guys have been helping me get through this lockdown time. It's been great for me. It's therapy for me as well as therapy for you ladies as well. So thank you for joining me. And as I said, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to shop online, it's a great time to purchase the starter kit as well. You get to choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169. And then you enjoy being a part of my crafty community. And that is what I absolutely love. I would love to invite you to my Wild Heart Crafters team. We're an awesome bunch of girls all over Australia, and you enjoy a discount, plus you enjoy that crafty community that we have within our team environment. So thank you, everyone. And until next time, have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay well, and I will see you all the next time I craft.